Rock You Like a Hurricane is a classic by the Scorpions. But Rock You Like a Hurricane is also the name of an exhibition about the Scorpions. In 2012, the Rock and Pop Museum in Gronau, Germany opened a special exhibition on the career of the band that would eventually make history.
When you walk through the exhibit, you see how those 40 years are filled with life. There's so many different eras, so much documentation.
The exhibition covers 650 square metres and several decades, including stage outfits, posters from legendary concerts, never-before-seen photos, musical instruments, gold and platinum records, as well as videos from the early days.
Those were really the years that laid the foundation, laid the groundwork for later world career. You sense that this was the right group of people with strong chemistry. They're all musicians who really are ready to give everything and really live this dream.
The dream began in the mid-1960s when the group came together near the city of Hanover. Guitarist Rudolf Schenker, seen here on the right, got together some musicians who were inspired by English beat and rock music. Like their role models, the Rolling Stones or Small Faces, they wanted to hit the big time.
That was a time, the early years, when we were really ready to run the extra mile, and that required a lot of passion and enthusiasm.
At the end of the 1970s, the Scorpions conquered Japan, the US and South America. Whether at Monsters of Rock or Rock in Rio, they belonged to the top acts at all the major festivals in the 1980s.
I have to say that was the quickest rise during the Scorpions' career. Before, it was steady, and afterwards, from then on, it wasn't easy to go any higher. But it was always steady up to this curve, where we shot straight up.
In 1988, the Scorpions took the next step, appearing for the first time in the Soviet Union. A year later, they were at the Moscow Music Peace Festival. Around this time, Wind of Change, their biggest hit, was born. It became an anthem for the political changes in Germany and Eastern Europe.
Of course, the song meant a lot, because it's associated with a big moment in history for so many people in the East and West, even 20 years later.
The late 1990s was a difficult time for the Scorpions. Classic hard rock was less popular. Fans wanted to hear alternative rock. Scorpions concerts didn't sell out anymore.
Musicians are very sensitive. Whether you want to or not, you feel the mood out there, and the feeling in the 90s, especially in the second half of the 90s, was that the music that we made, classic rock, was totally out, old-fashioned.
The Scorpions had to reinvent themselves. They recorded their album Moment of Glory with the Berlin Philharmonic Orchestra. The title track was the official song of the Expo 2000 World's Fair exhibition in their hometown of Hanover.
That was a special challenge, not just to play with any orchestra, but with the Berlin Philharmonic. And that gave us a big boost into the next decade.
Now the Scorpions have gone back to their roots. Once again, they're playing mainstream rock with great success.